All right, time for our first CURES of season 15. The kids are back in school. Lots of people are worried about the Delta variant and their family's health. So joining us now to talk about natural ways to boost your immunity is Dr. Artemis Morris.
Hey, Doc, how are you? Doc, can you hear us?
Hey.
Yes, we hear you now. Hello.
Hey, great. Hi, great to see you.
Great to see you. You know, some doctors are concerned about a twindemic of COVID-19 and the flu coming. And since you literally wrote the book on natural immunity, you say there are some things we can do to really keep ourselves healthy and boost your immune system. Can we start with the foundational four?
Absolutely. And then with the foundational four, it's about a insurance plan. So the foundational four is basically a multivitamin, vitamin D, probiotic, and a fish oil. But even before the foundational four, you want to think about healthy nutrition because that's the foundation of the foundational four, really. But definitely the foundational four is really helpful.
So I know Scott always asks about getting what kind of vitamin.
Yeah,
we have it up on the screen, but I know you always...
Well, multivitamins, they're not all created equal. And I'm like, do a Flintstones or Centrum, or what kind of vitamin should I be taking, Doc?
Well, I know I grew up with Flintstones too there, but definitely not the right thing. Once I went to med school, I realized that absolutely you want to get a physician grade quality ideally. What should not be in the bottle is sugar. It should not have additives. Anything sucralose, I find that a lot of multivitamins that I look at, that my patients give me to take a look at, have a lot of additives and preservatives. So a good quality multivitamin will have a really good quality form of B vitamins, the methylated form. It'll have vitamin A, D, C, and then I do have some that I use as a physician that I recommend to my patients, but no sugars in it. The chewables are a little hard to get good quality, but there are some out there. So good quality multivitamin, because that's what should be in your diet.
Right.
So if you eat from the rainbow, if you eat a lot of veggies, if you eat a lot of fruit, especially the berries, that's really good. So there's the multivitamin. The next one is vitamin D, and 42% of Americans are deficient in vitamin D. So especially for the East Coast here, if you only had to take one of the foundational four, I would recommend the vitamin D because it's a little harder to get in through your diet. It's found in egg yolks, which I know some people don't do a lot of egg yolks. That's where the A, D, E, and K are. In some mushrooms, but not high amounts. Sometimes it's fortified in things like orange juice, but in terms of one vitamin that we're really seeing for COVID-19, for immune system in general, that if you're deficient in it, it really increases your risk of getting sick and, mortality as well from some of the studies out there. Vitamin D would be the one, most important one. Sunshine is the best source of it. So as we know, the days are getting a little shorter, and so it's a little hard to get that in there. So multivitamin, vitamin D. The next one is an essential fatty acid, and it's called essential for a reason because we need these good quality, especially from fish, cold water fish, wild-caught salmon, sardines, halibut. So you get these in, and flaxseed and walnuts are a vegan source of the essential fatty acids. But I even, like for my kids, I'll do like Nordic Naturals is good. They have those a lot of places. So the essential fatty acids, and that's what's going to decrease the cytokine storm. So that's a part of the mechanism. And then the fourth one is the probiotic. And this is where ideally we're getting a good quality diet and we're eating fermented foods and sauerkraut and kefir. But if you're not getting a good quality diet and your gut health is suffering, our gut is where our immune system is. Most of our immune system is actually being physiologically managed by our gut. So if your digestion's off, really important to add a probiotic to that foundational four.
And you think about yogurts, and I know you're a big fan of a good quality Greek yogurt, but sometimes you say especially the way we do it in America, things have been stripped out. So taking that, now if we go, I know you have some on your website. You can go to drartemis.com, and there's some physician grade supplements she has. But I just got the pearls at the drugstore, and I've been told by certain doctors those are okay, but that you can get good probiotics out there even if you're not going to a naturopath like you, right?
It's so, it's hard to get good quality. The problem is not necessarily only the quality of supplements. There are some good ones out there, but it's a lot. You're not guaranteed to get a great one if you don't go to a naturopath. It's just, or a functional practitioner, because there are thousands of strains of probiotics. And I just came back from an awesome conference at Symposium Medicus where I presented with Dr. Seema Patel at Cleveland Clinic, who was talking about natural things for post-COVID syndrome they're doing there. And the quality makes a difference. So I was talking about probiotics and women's health, and there are thousands of strains. So I would use a different formula for women's health. I'd use a different formula for IBS. I would use a different formula for someone who needed, a lot of different, of the strains. So, there's the quality, but then there's also the specifics. Yeah. And that's why I recommend broad spectrum, Lactobacillus, Bifido. But if you really want to get the right probiotic for you, that's where you really need to go to an expert. You go to a pharmacist for the right medication, you go to a naturopath or a functional practitioner for the right supplement.
Okay.
Right. Well,
I know you've got a great resource on your website. Thank you, Dr. Artemis. And we're going to continue this conversation on a brand new CURES show on the app. So join us live at 12:30.
Wow, cool.
We can get more in depth and answer more questions. But you can go to drartemis.com right now or follow her on Facebook at Artemis Well Center. She's helped me a lot with my vitamins. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you,
See
Doc.
you later.